Laboratory Podcast with Dex and Los, where we talk basketball, we talk life, we talk about whatever the hell we like. It's me and my man to the right. Let's get this shit started. So, first things first, shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Kobe. Tomorrow's, the day.
Unfortunate.
The day that everybody remembers. So we decided to wear our Kobe gear, show off Kobe, So shout out to the Mamba, the GOAT, one of my heroes in life. So we can move on from that. Yeah. We can talk about another GOAT real quick. We can talk about Tom Brady.
Yeah.
We don't know much about football. We don't watch. We watch football.
That's why we don't talk about it.
Right, but isn't that we don't know nothing too serious. We don't know the analyticals, the stats, shit like that. But that boy. There's one thing I do know. Tom Brady's the GOAT of NFL football.
Yeah.
that man's the GOAT. He's on his LeBron shit and Jordan shit. He's
more so than Jordan shit.
Yeah, he's gotten to 10 Super Bowls, LeBron shit. Got 6 rings, Jordan shit.
Yeah, literally. Exactly.
And for Tom Brady to go from the Patriots and say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to a whole different team.
Different conference.
A whole different conference and take them to the Super Bowl. It's some real GOAT shit.
Yeah.
So, just a quick shout out to
real quick shout out. A special shout out because he put the Packers out too.
He put the Packers out.
We're Bears fans, so we're gonna celebrate that L.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Technically, if you really want to think about it, at the end of the day, the Packers and the Bears got to the same point. we both got to the playoffs. They just happen to win one more game than us.
Yeah.
We both got kicked out by Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So technically, we and as ass of a season as the Bears had, we still made it to the playoffs. So it's technically, we're the same, but
it's the same, but different.
Yeah, the Green Bay Packers can eat butt because
eat cheesy butt.
Eat cheesy butt.
Oh no! All right, that's enough of that. Enough of the football talk.
Yeah.
Another GOAT.
Go.
Yeah, little quotations because we don't know shit about the fight. But Conor McGregor got knocked the fuck out.
Got knocked the hell out. Yeah, Conor McGregor done.
Yeah, just
got pieced the hell up.
Really pieced the fuck up. I'm sorry for y'all that bet any money on that man's. I didn't bet, not because I didn't want to lose money. I didn't think he would lose, but also fighting is hard to bet on. It's hard to bet, period. But fighting especially is hard to bet on.
It's really up to the
fight.
strength of your jaw.
How strong your jaw is.
Yeah, it's really up to that.
Shit.
Conor McGregor might as well just call it quits at this point. He's made all this money. He's made more money from, I think, the one match with Floyd Mayweather than he has with UFC. I could be wrong. I don't follow fighting like that, but
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because boxing wouldn't be different.
He could probably have one more of those
big matches,
big boxing matches, probably against fucking Jake Paul of all people.
He did. Jake Paul was talking shit after. He said, "Hey, I got $10K for you instead." Oh, damn. I don't know, but you still want that. So if it's just boxing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you coming into Conor McGregor realm, Jake Paul, I'd love to see that L too.
Conor McGregor could go ahead and just walk away in the sunset.
Khabib was talking this shit too. I fucks with Khabib, boy.
Khabib is
talking this shit.
Scary. I wouldn't want to fight Khabib.
No.
There's how I don't want to fight Mike Tyson. I don't want to fight Khabib. It's the same. It's the same. They're at the same thing. Like Khabib is just gonna talk shit to you in Russian, and you don't know what's going on. He's telling you to give up. I do this for my country. All right, this means more to you than I do this for a paycheck. You do this for your country. Okay, I get it.
I'll step away. Yeah. You got it.
And Khabib went away undefeated for a reason. Ooh. Apparently, if I was anybody in the UFC, he's retired now. But if I was anybody in the UFC, I'm like, nah.
I'm good. I'll pass. Shit. All right, we're gonna jump into the NBA talk now. That's enough of the other stuff we don't know shit about. Just so y'all know that. Before we get to the NBA part, basketball. Shout out to Naz. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Naz Hillmon, or is it Naz Hillmon? I want to say it's Naz.
I want to say Nas, just going off of Nas, the rapper, but it's probably Naz. It's probably her name's probably not Nasty or something like that. I'm just guessing. That's probably
however you say her name. I apologize if they take the time to know how to pronounce her name, but she made history.
They're gonna get mad that we don't know how to pronounce her name, like the one girl did about Iggy. Oh my God. I can't remember her name. That's fucked up. She was so mad that nobody remembered her name. But she was killing though. But, yeah. Hey, 2-5 was going crazy. I don't even know if that's her number either.
Damn, I forgot her name too. That was a while. It was like a year and a half ago, I think.
We are advocate for women's basketball. We are advocates. We just don't know the names.
Some names. But yeah, this one we know because she made history. Her name is in the books now. 50 points and 16 boards. 50 points is tough no matter what you're doing. No matter what level you playing at. If you playing in high school, that shit hard. You playing in college, that shit hard. You playing in the league, in NBA, that shit hard. No matter where you're going, 50 points is tough. That's a lot of buckets. That's a lot of buckets. It's a lot of buckets.
That's a lot of buckets on the defender's head. That's probably like, man,
miss already.
This motherfucker don't miss. But shout out to her. That's the record for points in all of Michigan.
Yeah.
Right, University of Michigan. Sure. Yeah. Men's and women's. So she's out here killing the men too. She probably put buckets on the men's head too.
She definitely would. You putting up 50. You probably put some.
You're putting buckets on somebody's head.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
As long as y'all the same height, she's probably putting buckets on people's head. I wouldn't say somebody that's 6'10". You feel me? But like she's 6'2", so Kyrie. If Kyrie's on her, she'd probably give Kyrie a smooth 30. Kyrie's gonna give her a smooth 60.
Kyrie give a lot of motherfucking 60. Yeah. All right, we just want to shout her out real quick because that was some dope shit to see last week.
Advocate for women. Remember
that. I need to hurry and get this damn WNBA hoodie. I can't find it on the website. I'm looking on. I want the discount for it.
Black women matter.
You just keep trying to clean it up just in case.
Trying to clean it up. Sure
oh no!
All one of the women that listen to this, you feel me? just to let you know, we're advocates. We are all for women's basketball, and trying to remember names.
Oh my God! All right, so we gonna move on a little bit.
There's some I do know. I know T. Cooper. I know Skylar Diggins. You feel me?
What's your girlfriend listen to this?
She don't know who they are.
Oh no. So moving on to the NBA players of the week. So I'm gonna go first because I was once again super generic this week. So this is hard. This is really hard to pick. Yeah. Other thing. I wanted to give it to Donovan Mitchell this past week because his team is on like a crazy winning streak right now. But Jokic was hooping. Jokic averaged, like just rounding up off the numbers, Jokic averaged 29, 15, and 7. And the Nuggets went 3-0. So that's who the NBA had. That's who I had too. The Eastern Conference, same thing. They have Embiid. I too have Embiid.
Indeed.
Embiid to Embiid. I'm saying Embiid to Embiid. Embiid had averaged 38 and 12. And they
Indeed to Embiid.
Yeah. So yeah, real basic this week. So yeah, go ahead. I know you got somebody different. I think.
So the one person I have there, I have Jokic. The one person I have different instead of Joel, because I gave it to Joel a few weeks ago. Not that he can't get it again. Not that he wasn't killing. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But
he just wanted to be different.
Yeah, I want to put Clint Capella. Yeah, I wanted to give the effort of being different because the last 2 times we've been the same. So I put Clint Capella, who came off of a triple-double with 10 blocks. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. He was averaging 21, 20 rebounds, 6 blocks, and almost a steal and a half.
Yeah.
And the Hawks they lost last night, but I didn't count last night because I go from Saturday. No, I'm sorry. I go from Sunday of last week to Saturday of the upcoming week.
Okay, I got you.
So their loss yesterday counts this week for me.
So you do Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah. So for me, they went 3-0. How I do my players a week. So they went 3-0 with him averaging, pretty darn good now, averaging 20 and 20.
2020 with 6 blocks is pretty nasty.
It is pretty nasty. Not that Joel Embiid wasn't killing, but I wanted to show some love to Clint Capella.
Yeah.
And Trae Young, who was also killing
those
3 games that they won.
Has finally woke up a little bit. He was like, I want to say a slump, but he just didn't look like himself for a little bit there. But why are we in the mood for showing love?
Right.
I got a little segment for us to do today, just a little bit guidance for the episode. So far we like pretty much a month into the season at this point. So I want to kind of have players and teams that you have above. Right now it's just above expectations. All right, you want to start with teams? Or you want to start with players first?
Let's start with teams.
All right. What's the first team that comes to your mind when you say above expectations for what you had going into the season?
It's them Knickerbockers.
I don't know why I thought you said something so much worse.
No, I've been told to chill out, so I'm chilling.
Good.
No, but it's the Knicks. You know,
if you
first in defense.
Yeah,
in the entirety of the NBA, they're number one in defense.
The most surprising thing, probably singular, like most singular surprising.
Ain't playing no games.
Yeah, what you say is like Tom Thibodeau came in and was like defense.
What about offense? Defense. Defense turns to offense. But what if we didn't get the steal? Still play get the defense, and then you get the defense, and then you defense the offense. And they're probably just looking around.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
All right, I think we get it.
What is RJ Barrett gonna say?
Yeah, so they like if you watch, it's not easy to catch a lot of their games, especially because we in Chicago and stuff like that. But the games that I have seen, they play really good team defense. They actually have pretty good rotations. You can tell oh damn, Tom Thibodeau really coached these motherfuckers. Yeah. So that was a nice surprise. I think
they'll play great defense.
Yeah,
and Tom Thibodeau will still be. What the fuck is y'all doing?
Yeah,
what is y'all doing?
What are y'all doing?
Y'all need to be better. Y'all tweaking.
What is y'all niggas doing?
That's that Chicago he picked up when he was here.
Y'all great. Oh no. But yeah, the Knicks have been a really nice surprise. I want to say because it's finally for a franchise that's supposed to be super storied and super historic and all that kind of stuff. Saying to be bad as funny as the memes and stuff are. I'm not even a fan, but you want to see great franchises always be great. So it's hard seeing the Lakers would be bad when they were in the Celtics when they were in their terrible little era. Dang, I can't talk today.
Era.
But yeah, seeing the Knicks actually kind of come together, they're sitting on what I said a few episodes ago because I projected them to be one of the worst teams I think towards the bottom of the conference. And right now they're hanging around the pack hanging on around that 7th to 9th seed area. So yeah, the Knicks are definitely a really nice surprise.
And they finna make the playoffs, and you're gonna have to get this RJ Barrett.
I'm gonna have to get the RJ Barrett jersey. It's a lot of players who I don't really like. Not that I hate them.
Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton has made me shut the fuck up this season. I can't even say nothing. Can't even say nothing about Chris Middleton right now. I can say more stuff about Giannis than I can say about Chris Middleton.
Okay.
But yeah, RJ Barrett is not winning me over as a fan and nothing like that. It's nice to be I can't. If I can't knock you, I'm really happy that I can't knock you down, but have no real criticism towards you, especially because I know you're only in your second year.
RJ Barrett been kind of hooping.
He has been hooping.
He's still inefficient.
Yeah, doesn't have
but it's getting better though. It's getting better.
He's picking up on his consistency. Yeah. So the first team I had in mind when I said teams above was the Cavs.
Yeah.
The Cavs have been hooping.
That boy Colin Sexton.
Hooping this
Colin
year.
Sexton showing Kyrie, who's the real number 2 in Cleveland. You feel me?
So we're gonna talk about that real quick. So y'all know last week, after the trade and all that, the big 3 in Brooklyn finally made their debut, and Colin Sexton said, "Who is these niggas?"
They lost in their debut,
and their debut,
and they had a second game to be like, you know what, let's get it together.
Lost.
I don't think KD played
KD didn't play that game because they hadn't played 50 minutes in a double overtime game. He'd been just come off Achilles injury.
Yeah.
Kyrie was still hooping. James Harden's
been kind of a little passive.
Yeah, I think he's trying to gel in. I'm gonna let Kyrie still do his thing, and he should. In my mind, he should be the point guard. But I don't want to get too much off a tangent, so I want to get back on track to what he's doing beforehand.
Right.
But Colin Sexton is also a really nice surprise. Colin Sexton and the Cavs.
I said this before. That Colin Sexton. I said he was. I believe I said he was my dark horse No, I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't think I did. For my dark horse, for the first time All-Star.
I don't know if you had on list. I know you talked about it in the group chat a couple of times. I don't know if you had it. We can go back and listen. Y'all can go back and listen and let us know.
Yeah, more listeners.
Get the juice up. Yeah. But yeah, the Cavs have been a really, really nice surprise too. Did I have them at the bottom of the conference? I might have had them towards the bottom of the conference.
Shout out to Sexland. Even though he didn't play against the Nets. No. Shout out to Sexland.
Darius Garland.
Man, Colin Sexton was going crazy.
Colin Sexton has, like, it's one of those players, you literally, like, it's either you hate the motor. He has the motor of Russell Westbrook, and his IQ was just really bad beforehand.
Young bull.
Like, yeah, young bull, pretty much, yo.
I knew Colin Sexton was a problem.
You talking about the Alabama game when he played, like, 4-on-5?
When it was 3-on-5?
Yeah.
No, not even that. It was in high school. What we put on our
the story when he looked at dude.
Yeah, like how you stare, man, and the dude staring at you. He's probably not thinking that. He's like, man, he needs to cut that little tail in the back of his head. That's probably what he was thinking. And Colin Sexton looks this man in the eye, just stays there, like he's just
looks away quick as hell.
Yeah, he's I didn't expect this awkward eye contact.
He told somebody, he was like, your son's trash. Was it Penny Hardaway? I can't remember who it was. I think he told Penny Hardaway, he's trash. And it still was going off after.
Low key.
That is crazy.
Colin Sexton is a dog, though.
Colin Sexton is a dog.
But man, so I was watching the game, or I wasn't even watching the game. I was keeping up with the score, and then I saw like it was close at the end of the fourth quarter. So I turned it on with maybe a minute left.
Yeah, and then you like watch the rest of the
I watched the rest of the game. I'm like, and I'm texting y'all in the group chat. Yeah. I'm like, he hit another three. Well, Colin Sexton, the dog, he earned my respect. He hit another three. He's hitting one leg fadeaways. He hit another three. I'm like, man, this boy, like Colin Sexton was going crazy. It's like I feel like somebody had to say something to him.
I think he.
He's up for the motivation.
He's always the underdog.
Yeah. So he's up for that challenge.
Yeah,
but I feel like somebody said something to him. Like Kyrie was like, "You don't deserve to wear number 2 in my shoes."
Nah,
Kyrie. And then Colin Sexton was like,
"Kyrie too nice for that." Kyrie said, "Then the guy."
Colin Sexton did that. Look, somebody said it. I feel like somebody said it. Probably KD's back of the head bald Naz, but.
All right, so
somebody said it. Somebody said something. Colin Sexton just decided, "I'm gonna go crazy."
Oh no.
He did it for the love of Shetty Osman.
Oh no! So the Cavs and the Knicks. What's another team you have above expectations right now?
Above expectations.
Above expectations.
Probably nobody. It's really just the Knicks and Cavs.
Knicks and Cavs.
I can't really think of anybody.
So I'm not gonna say like the teams I have. I'm not gonna say they like blown me out the water so far this year, just because it's still the beginning of the season. I know, but it's nice to see the improvement in a lot of the way that the team has played, more than I would have expected them to play. I would just say. First thing I got is the Thunder. I know they're still not like technically in the playoff race right now, but
they're competitive.
They're competitive. Like they're losing games, but it's not like they're getting blown the fuck out every other game or something like that. They're still we got a chance to win this game. We gonna win this game. And Shea's been in his bag this year.
My fantasy player.
Another one. So yeah, I think they're probably like 10th in the West, or like 10th to 12th if I'm not mistaken.
I believe they're 10th.
I'm gonna look it up.
They're not that far off from
Warriors are 10. They're 12.
They're 12.
They're technically 12 right now, but they're tied for 11.
Yeah. A lot of those teams, those bottom like from like 8 to 12. They're in the same general vicinity. They're all like a game or two off of each other.
Facts. So the Thunder is in a really nice surprise because I thought they would be in like full on tank mode. Like, we just gonna go out and we gonna get y'all to hoop a little bit, but we want to lose. I think me and you both had last.
Yeah, I definitely had OKC last because I thought they were gonna go through the rebuilding process. Not that they're not, but they're still competitive. They're not tanking all the way.
Exactly.
They're not like, okay, we give up. They're actually playing to win. Which is, nice to see from
a team that isn't gonna they who know we're not gonna win.
It's nice to see fight in a team, like they're like competitiveness.
I wish the Bulls always were like that before this year, but
well, at least they are this year. It's brighter horizons.
Yeah,
because they are competitive this year. didn't get killed by the Lakers, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
That's to not get killed by the cruise control Lakers.
Yeah.
It's saying something.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have no more teams. I'm gonna go with the other one. I wasn't gonna say if you had another one, but the Jazz were another team I had above expectations. They're technically they're third in the West right now because the Lakers and Clippers are tied for first.
I expected this from the Jazz to be from 3 to 5.
I should have said specifically Mike Conley, but because Mike Conley has remembered he knows how to play basketball this year. Yeah. It's helping. You can really tell this helped that team a lot because right now they're on a 8-game winning streak. I think they're on an 8-game winning streak right now. Mm-hmm. And they, as a collective unit, like if one of them hasn't been playing great, the other one's like, all right, we all like. If Donovan Mitchell hasn't played great a couple of games, he's been hooping this year, not like superstar like that.
Not according to Shaq.
Yeah, but Shaq be on.
Not according to Shaq, but.
Well, I don't know what Shaq be on with some play. He said, "I wanted you to hear it. What do you think?"
Shaq.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell wanted to say, "Nigga, fuck you."
What are you supposed to say? Like, I don't think you can reach that next level. What do you think?
I wanted you to hear it. What do you think?
All right. Like what? Like really? Like what did you expect for this man to say? All right, Shaq.
Shaq wanted him to say, "I heard it. It motivated me."
Nah, Shaq.
That's what Shaq just be killing it.
Shaq just be mean for no reason.
Just be murdering motherfuckers for no reason.
This is a little off
topic.
Yeah, off topic. But Shaq be so sensitive sometimes. Like the minute Chuck says something, anything remotely close to an insult to Shaq, Shaq says, "Well, 4 rings. Hey, Kenny. Hey, he can't be in this conversation because champions. He never got to that.
This is a championship conversation.
Yeah, this is a championship conversation, Kenny." And
he be saying this like Kenny is on like a top.
Like Kenny's a great, and Kenny has to be going right with it. Kenny has been, well, back when I was on this team, back when me and Akeem were best friends. I hate Kenny. I can't stand.
I know you don't like Kenny Smith.
I cannot stand Kenny Smith. I can't stand him. I really can't. Kenny Smith just be, like if Shaq just be talking. At least Shaq be funny. We love Shaq. Like Kenny Smith is just a kid that hangs out with the cool kids, but he ain't the cool kid. He just happens to hang out with them because he says something funny every now and again. He got there because his sister is cool and motherfucker, or his big brother is cool and motherfuckers like, okay, we gotta keep, because Hakeem is the shit. Kenny gotta be there too just because he was there, and niggas like
by association.
Right, he's there by honestly, Kenny's there by association. When it comes to having championship talks.
All right, come on, yo.
I had to go on a rant. I'm sorry. Kenny just.
He really do not fuck with Kenny. Like if y'all can see the group chat every time Kenny Smith says anything, I hate
Kenny
this
just be tweaking, boy.
Oh no.
Kenny said. He said something about LeBron. He said LeBron's not in my top 10.
He said he's in my top 10,
but he's number 10, and Kobe's not in my top 10.
Yeah. Kenny be talking.
Just be tweeting, boy.
So we're going to ignore
past that. Okay,
yeah, just because of that. I forgot about that comment.
Get a brain aneurysm talking about Kenny Smith.
So, all right, that's 4.
Shout out to Chuckster.
the collective 4 teams we have like at above expectations. Players, real quick. First player to come to mind when you say above expectations?
So right now,
I only have really 2.
I have Gordon Hayward, and I'm not taking anything away from Gordon Hayward and what he did in Utah and the player that he is. But, all the way going back to him coming off that gruesome injury that he had the first game, and then him not exactly playing like Gordon Hayward after that, I didn't think he'll play like Gordon Hayward anymore. What I expected from him going into this season with the Hornets was probably 18-4-4 is what I was giving him in my head. But in my head, yeah. But he's exceeded my expectations. Once again, saying that he wasn't able to do this, I just didn't expect him to do this.
Yeah,
so
my fantasy player.
Yeah, but shout out to Gordon Hayward. I'm happy for him. He's out there hooping. He had a 40. I think he had a couple 40-point games. He had that game winner.
Yeah, he had a game winner
the other
against
night.
Magic. Yeah,
39 points.
That shit was nasty.
Yeah, killing.
He killed the Bulls too. Killed the Bulls the game before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hooping. He's playing like the great White Hope. In Charlotte.
So I wouldn't I know what you're saying. Like it's like you didn't know if he could get back to that, considering he was like essentially like the 3rd or 4th option even really last year. with JT and with Tatum, Brown, and Kemba, kind of like him and Kemba was going back and forth for that third spot in the offense. But I understand what you're saying there. So I understand it. I didn't want to say, I knew he'd get back to that. It's just I don't have a doubt in the ability that he could like do what he's doing now, especially because he's pretty much the best player probably that the Hornets have at the moment.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the first option. They're going to go through him the whole night. So it's nice to see him back there. I do understand why you had him there, though, so I'm not mad at it. First player I had come to mind was kind of a tie. I'm going to say CJ. CJ, before he got hurt, CJ was looking, honestly, for a while like the best player in the backcourt. Yeah, he was looking better than Dame for a little while there.
Dame couldn't catch a rhythm for a while, and CJ was picking up a lot of the slack.
Yeah, a lot of it. It was killing, just going back. Like I think he gave, if it wasn't that game against the Rockets a while ago, when like James Harden first came back, he gave him like I think 39 or 40, something like that. I think he has like a career high right now in threes. He was leading the league in threes for a while too before he went out.
All off of dribble moves.
Like CJ McCollum probably has one of the smoothest games in the league right now. Him and Kyrie, I want to say.
Him, Kyrie, and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, like
Bradley
probably
Beal
smooth as hell.
Paul George smooth.
Paul George is smooth.
Been real smooth this year.
Super, my boy.
And he hasn't been way off piece so far this year, except for that 50-point loss. But you know,
that was a team.
As a Clippers fan, but you know,
team effort.
Whatever. Team effort.
Team effort. Yeah, they still not flipping 50 piece, but nah. But yeah, CJ was the player. I was like, I want to say, I'm like, hey, damn, like CJ's averaging 27 this year. I don't think anybody would be like, oh, CJ averaging 27 this year. Like, not saying CJ can't give you 27, but to average it for a full season or for the point until he got hurt, at least he's like, damn, that motherfucker was getting bucket. Like, right,
out there hooping. Them boys hooping.
Given where you can throw anybody at him, you got moves on moves and counter moves for the moves that he got for the counter moves. So like,
low key,
like you can't. I don't know, man. That's just a really tough guard for anybody.
Nice. You got moves for the counter moves.
Yeah, like
that's where I need to be. You got moves for the counter moves.
Nah, you good. You'll be all right. All right, I got two more players. I want to see if you say one of them.
So I have Joel Embiid. Once again,
that's one of the players.
Yeah, not saying that Joel Embiid isn't capable of what he's doing, but I didn't expect him to be an MVP caliber player this year. Like he's killing.
Yeah.
We made the list of our top 5 players.
Top 5 centers.
Yeah, top 5 players that play the center position.
Yeah,
and we had both of us had Jokic.
Jokic won and Embiid
and
too.
number 1. Apparently Joel Embiid hurt him. Not that Jokic didn't hurt him.
Jokic still right now probably. Only reason he wouldn't be number 1 is because his team ain't winning.
If Jokic is right here, Joel Embiid is right there, right underneath him. Because Joel is killing. He's on a tear right now. He's pretty much doing whatever he wants on the court. It seems like.
Yeah. Only reason he might not get the defensive player of the year is because Miles Turner just keeps swatting every fucking thing that comes into the paint because he's been doing it all on both.
You think Miles Turner is gonna get it?
I don't think he'll get it, but he should be in the conversation for it.
I want AD to get it.
I want AD to get it, but AD on cruise control right now.
Yeah, he is on cruise control.
So I want to like that because that was one of the players I had too. Like how you said, I didn't have a doubt in his ability to play at the level he's played at. But the thing that you talked about always was like his motor. It seems like at times like he just seems like some games he just really doesn't give a fuck or he settles a lot. He ain't been settling for shit this year. No. And if you think it's a shot he's settling for, he wasn't that bitch shit anyway. Step back 3, step back 1 leg 3. Yeah, and he having, bro. You can tell like when you really in the group, when you just having fun with this shit too, and you can tell he's like his confidence is probably right now at an all time high.
You know what probably helps? Having shooters
around definitely helps. Besides, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons isn't been what I wanted Ben Simmons to be, but that's a conversation for another episode probably. But Joel Embiid is
getting better.
The season he's having this year is the season he wanted to have last year. If you remember that shit he said like going last year, he was like, I want to be MVP, I want to be first place in wins, and I want to be like in the conversation for decent player of the year.
I would not be mad if Jokic or Joel Embiid won MVP.
I would.
I feel like they would. If they keep up how they're playing now,
I want it to be Embiid. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right now it's Embiid just because winning. Right. But
Jokic getting if a center. I don't know the last big to get an MVP. I think was Shaq, right? The last center to get an MVP. Pretty sure it was Shaq.
Last center
to get MVP. I'm pretty sure it was Shaq.
Do we want to count KG?
KG's not a center. KG's a 4.
I mean, nah.
Greatest. That's why I said center, not a big. That's why I said center specifically, not a big, but like a center. That's why I said that.
I think he is.
Because if we consider him the 4, then Giannis won that motherfucker last year and the year before.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shaq was the last center winner, so I want to see one of them to get it. I would prefer Embiid to get it because he's finally doing what I know he can do. The last player I want to touch real quick on for who's been playing above my expectations. What I say?
Last player I want to touch on real quick.
Oh, last player for this topic above expectations. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, especially while Jason Tatum's been out, he's picked it up even more. But
Jaylen Brown,
even with
super hooping,
looking like my safe pick for the first time All-Star.
Low key.
I still want Zach LaVine to get it.
I still want Zach LaVine
to get it, but Jaylen Brown has been.
Because Zach LaVine been hooping.
Jaylen
Brown's been hooping and winning.
Yeah, hooping and winning. Hooping more if that low key damn near.
Yeah.
Because he's while playing great defense.
I think both of them might make it. Because right now how it's looking, Jimmy's probably not gonna make it.
Russ might not make it
Russ might not make it.
Just because he just triple double, but
they lose it. It means nothing.
Losing
triple double means nothing.
Yeah. So while we talk about Russell Westbrook, teams below expectations. I'm gonna go first because y'all know how I'm gonna say the fucking Wizards. Dude, like I don't understand. If you told me that at the beginning of this season, like if you just told me, hey yo, the Knicks and the Cavs.
I think both of us agreed that they were a playoff team. Yeah. Like 8th seed, but continue.
But if you told me that coming into the season, yo, the Cavs and the Knicks are gonna be better than the Wizards, I would laugh. You don't know basketball, bro. Don't talk to me. But no. Apparently I am the one who doesn't know basketball. Because what the fuck?
This season's weird, boy.
This season's weird, but Russell Westbrook is weirder. Given he was on injury for a while, he just literally came back. So I don't want to really use yesterday's game against him too much. But even when he's there,
they wasn't winning.
He doesn't contribute. He doesn't contribute to them.
The first games. 3 games, he had a triple double,
and they were
losing.
Yeah,
0-3 in them games.
And I really be trying not to defend dudes who I'm really not fans of. But Russ is that one you come on. I'm not a fan of Russell Westbrook at all, but I expect more from a superstar point guard, or supposed to be a superstar point guard.
The quote unquote weakest superstar of all time.
Yeah, pretty much. What'd you call him? What'd you say? You saw something about Russell Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is essentially Giannis. They're the same play. They're essentially the same play. Giannis has the better IQ out of the two. Yeah. But Giannis is 6'11", Russell Westbrook. Or if you want to say Westbrook,
is a 6'4".
The 6'4". The 6'4" Giannis. They're both athletic. They both like their Euro step. They both like to dunk. Neither of them can shoot. Westbrook can shoot better than Giannis.
Yeah, he has a reliable mid-range pull-up.
Reliable mid-range pull-up that he does probably 4 times.
He should definitely use it more.
Yeah, but
he be forcing shit.
But other than that, both when it comes to shooting, they are essentially the same player.
Yeah, I feel that, and I really hate to say that, but right now Giannis isn't looking good for me right now.
Speaking of underwhelming players, Giannis is kind of underwhelming.
Yeah,
I'm not coming off of MVP and DPOY.
Yeah, you should. They're technically still second in the West. Wow. Second in the East, but when you watch the game, it just doesn't look like he's.
It's not even like he's playing bad.
And you just expect more from a player you have at that superstar level. It's not like he's on cruise control. You should be on cruise control, dude. You can make it out the second.
It's not like he's not hooping, because he's hooping. It's just it just seems like he because we were watching that game against the Nets.
The Nets. He doesn't I'm up to the challenge.
Yeah, exactly. He's not motivated to go up against KD. He's not out there saying I'm finna guard KD.
I'm going to make sure he knows that I'm the better player. He's not by any means. I know that. But you're supposed to at least I'm going to, it's going to be a work today.
And then these wide, and I mean wide open shots that he's getting.
Airballing threes, bro.
these are shots. This is practice because they're not even trying to run out to you. They're not even trying to close out.
That's shit you do at the gym. Like, as soon as you come in, all right, one dribble, pull up.
Right, you take 2 steps in for mid-range and they're still not closing out to you. Like, these are shots that you're supposed to make. These are wide open in the practice court shots. Yeah. And he's not making them.
Not even close to
not even remote. Like, if he's missing, he's missing. Yeah. Like, it's not even like, damn, it hit off the back rim or something. No, if he misses, he's missing. It's all backboard, smacking the hell out the backboard, or he's airball,
smacking the hell out the sideline too.
Yeah, so he's underwhelming right now.
That's one of the underwhelming players right now.
Yeah, like he's he's unstoppable on a fast break. Yeah, but you really just want to see him
in the half court. You want to see not a liability from your superstar in the half court.
Yeah, you want to see him be the number one, not
Chris Middleton.
Not Chris Middleton, who's supposed to be your backup star, taking shots in the fourth quarter to winning. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because if you had the high hand, you had the high hand. But they're only going to Chris Middleton. Yeah. And you're the MVP of the league. At
least a duality. Like, all right, damn, we only worry about Chris Middleton. Like, fuck Giannis, we're not even worried about him. But he was wide open, too, given it was a shot. Like, they thought it was a shot. But we was watching, like, damn, we could have hit that to Giannis, and that's a lay. Yeah. Or a dunk, whatever you want to do. Anybody stopping that point. But, yeah, so the Wizards, you had, like, Giannis. I understand that. I didn't have him on my list. I just want to talk about the Pelicans is another team that's below my expectations right now, at least below it. In the sense that they shouldn't be where they are. They only have 5 wins on the season so far. I think they're like 5-10 or 5-9 or something like that.
Yeah, but they're pretty underwhelming.
You would think super.
With Brandon Ingram hooping.
Brandon Ingram is
Zion Williamson hooping, and then Lonzo
just there,
getting beat up by his younger brother.
It feels like Lonzo's just there, but I don't want to say he doesn't have the ball in his hands enough or something like that. Because when he has the ball in his hands, he's not asserting himself. Like, he's making my MIP list look a little shitty right now. I'm still a fan. Obviously, I hope he turns it around. It's just right now he might just need to change the scenery or something, bro. Because
no, I don't even think it's a change. He just needs to assert himself in the game. Yeah, and he's. I feel like he's shying away from being more aggressive because he's trying to get other people involved.
Yeah, but he's not even doing that.
That sounds familiar, don't it?
You talking about me, nigga?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not in the NBA. We playing at the rec. That's not the same shit. That's not the same shit. We playing games 2-11.
You just set your ass in the game and everybody else involved. Nah, fuck that. Get you in the game. No, but Lonzo,
he is on my he's also on my list though for like below expectations. Yeah. Because
he has such great potential.
Literally,
but he doesn't use it. Like the man even changed his shot and he's a good 3-point shooter now.
He's below it right now this season. He's like either right at 30 or hovering around actually 30% from 3 this year. Last year he had a really. That's what I'm saying. It feels like
because I don't think he's taking them like that. He'll take like a couple, miss them, and just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not finna get everybody else involved.
Yeah. He's averaging like 4 assists this year, and from a player like, oh shit,
that could dime that.
That could like we still have Bi. You got JJ Redick. You unfortunately have Eric Bledsoe, who
not 5 assists off Zion alone.
Yeah, like
just off of oops.
Off oops, and then Bi. Like they also put the ball in Bi hands a lot. Just because we know you're gonna create, because he can pass the ball a little bit too. He doesn't have the vision that Zoe has, but yeah, the Pelicans have been underwhelming so far this season. I really hope they can turn it around, because if not, Brandon Ingram ain't finna get another All-Star appearance. And I don't want that. I'm gonna be mad.
He should probably still get it.
He should still get it, but if you 12 seed in fucking New Orleans, ain't nobody voting. Last one I want to have, because before we keep going on the super long ass tangents again, the Timberwolves are like super bad right now.
But
I know you don't really care for them, so you probably.
I don't care for D'Angelo Russell. I don't care for Cat.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is on the team. I don't care who else is on the team.
Ricky Rubio.
Shout out Ricky Rubio.
That's probably the only one you rocking on the team. Anthony Edwards. He's been okay this season. He hasn't been.
I feel like I haven't heard nothing from him. I hear
he's in Minnesota
every other week.
He's in Minnesota and they're not playing great. They're last in the West. There's no way they should be last in the West. I know you're happy because you're rock with them, but there's no way they should be last in the West. The team that should be last in the West you thought was gonna be the Thunder. Yeah. And they're playing way below that. And considering they don't have their draft pick this year, I think. I think the Warriors have their draft pick, right?
Yes.
From when I sent y'all the other day.
Indeed.
If they're so bad, the Warriors are going to come out next season monsters again. Warriors are going to get Cade Cunningham. And hey, we gonna package Draymond and James. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's gonna be some shit if that happens, bro.
That's nasty.
Like,
with Clay coming back, that's nasty.
That would be nasty. I'm just talking shit about, like, moving Draymond.
Well, I don't know, because is Cade Cunningham really gonna start?
Probably
with the Warriors?
That's why I was saying it'd be nasty. You have him off your bench. You gonna be mad?
No.
They probably won't keep him or nothing. Like, if they get another like top 5 pick again, that's so nasty for the rest of the league. And they were like, man, the Warriors just keep lucking out. No, the fucking Timberwolves suck.
James Wiseman has been kind of underwhelming.
I just want to be more aggressive sometimes.
I think it's just
he's trying to fit in around.
Yeah,
it's hard to fit.
He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it's hard to come in and be like, yo,
and he's just a rookie. I don't expect him to be.
Yeah, he's
great, but he's averaging less rebounds than LaMelo.
Yeah,
LaMelo comes off the bench.
Yeah, he's averaging like 6 a game.
You a whole 7 feet.
Yeah, 7 footer. You want more from a 7
At least get 8.
Yeah.
Don't let Draymond put you out your rebounds.
So, that's pretty much it I got for that little.
So, who I have for underwhelming teams?
Yeah.
Number 1, the Heat. But they've just been dealt a bad hand. Yeah, they've just been dealt a bad ass hand.
Yeah, like injuries, COVID protocols, everything has been torching their shit.
So they've been kind of underwhelming. And it's not like they're not competing.
Yeah,
they're still trying to compete. They're still trying to win, obviously. But I expected more. Once again, not saying that they didn't get dealt a bad hand and injuries haven't plagued them and COVID hasn't plagued them, but coming off of finals. Yeah. I'm expecting them to still be, finals worthy team.
Yeah.
I think really don't want them to miss the playoffs.
Yeah. That might be the first team to ever do that if that happens.
Yeah,
like, to come off
I'd be sad. I'd be heartbroken, low key.
Heart broke as fuck. Yeah. Heart definitely be broken.
They're underwhelming. The Nuggets pretty underwhelming.
The Nuggets are picking it up
just now, starting to get together, but
so I don't have the Nuggets. I had Jamal Murray being underwhelmed a little bit. Coming off, like, I understand it's the bubble, bro. Like, the bubble had motherfuckers I know there was a bubble had motherfuckers acting different, but he's a player has that potential. We've seen it since he's been in the league. He just can never be super consistent with it. Yeah. So it's like I want to see him put it together more. I'm not really a fan of him, but to see. I like watching Denver play basketball. It's just really fun to watch. It's fun to watch, especially with Jokic. So yeah, but if Jamal Murray can step up and be like, no, I'm the number 2. Worry about me too. Like it's really hard to guard that as the other.
Well, it's probably gonna be
Michael Porter Jr. probably gonna take that now.
Number 2.
He's coming for it.
Jamal Murray be tweaking.
Yeah, it's not like he'd be bad as a number 3. That's really not a lot.
That's a really good number 3.
Yeah, that's a really good number 3. Who can go out there and give you 50, 2 games in the same series and shit like that. But
I also got the Mavericks.
Yeah,
Mavericks are underwhelming. Yeah. But I think that's because Kristaps wasn't playing.
Kristaps is a really big
part of it. He's back now, so we got the dynamic duo of the Unicorn and the other great white hope. The modern day
Larry Bird.
That Luka magic.
Yeah.
So I think they should. All these teams I have are underwhelming. Are probably going to get it together.
Yeah.
Within the season.
Yeah, I don't know about the Wizards. Wizards until
I didn't have the Wizards.
Oh, you talking about you got it. Okay, my bad.
The Heat, Nuggets, and Mavericks are probably going to get it together because
they should.
They're all well coached teams. They all have depth to their teams, and they'll probably end up getting it. I don't see the Mavericks missing the playoffs.
No, they won't. I can't if they're healthy. No, unless Luka is takes a
God forbid something happens.
Yeah, God forbid something happens to Luka and he's out for a prolonged period of time. No, they should make the playoffs strictly off Luka carrying. Luka will probably put up 35, 12, and 12 if he has to. He's going to be tired of shit when he gets to the playoffs, but he'll get him to the playoffs, though. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I had. Those all the ones. Let us know which teams y'all have or players that y'all think we missed. We just didn't want to go on it's already going to be a long episode. We didn't want it to be a super extended-ass episode. But yeah, I want to talk about your boys in Utah for a minute. My boy, my boy in LA is on a 7-game winning streak.
Paul George.
But yeah, Paul George has actually been playing like
Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George should be playing. So I'm happy about that.
I'm as much shit as I talk about Paul George. I'm still a Clippers fan, so I'm happy that
you gonna root for him.
Yeah, like I have no choice but to root for him. But I'm happy he's hooping. Hopefully no more talk.
No,
unnecessary talk.
That's the only thing I don't like. I'd rather you be about it than talk. Don't talk about it.
Just take notes from Kawhi and be quiet.
Nobody slamming Kawhi because Kawhi don't say shit. And Kawhi played pretty bad in that last playoff series too. But nobody say nothing because Kawhi do. Because Kawhi shut the fuck up. Kawhi just be like, I go home.
Emo happiness.
No.
Emo anger.
I just want to touch on Clippers real quick. Well, I did want to talk about your boys in Utah because 8-game winning streak is pretty nice. Yeah. Especially while you in the West. So to be able to finally put those games together, I really like that for the Jazz.
The Utah Jazz.
Hopefully they need to keep winning because if not, Donovan Mitchell gonna get the fuck up out of there. It's gonna be after he get his bag and stuff though. But
I really hope he leaves at some point in his career. But he got his bag already. But I really don't want him to be in Utah anymore. Let him go.
They're gonna be in a bad spot because they gave Rudy Gobert a super bag.
The super bag to somebody to get 11 points. 11
That's the only thing Shaq said that was true.
2 blocks.
That's the only thing Shaq said that was true.
Low key.
Only thing. He be hating, but that was true hate. Like
that was accurate facts.
Yeah.
Accurate hate.
No, but let us know any teams y'all think we missed for the teams and players y'all think we missed for above expectations, below expectations. I can't talk today. Below expectations.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
I can't talk today. Can't say
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
I can't believe he said that shit on the live thing. If y'all don't know,
shout out Neil Funk.
Yeah.
For all the Bulls fans out there, shout out to Neil Funk.
Y'all know what we talking about. Oh no. All right, that's all we got for this episode this week, though, yo. Like, share, subscribe if you listen on YouTube. If you're listening on anything else, just leave a review. It does help us get out there a little bit more. Follow us on Twitter at Laboratory Prod and on Instagram at The Laboratory Pod. All right, peace, y'all. Good night.
The Laboratory.